Hello, I'm Carrie White, and I wanted to delve into emotions today. And the accumulation of emotions within our bodies and our energy fields are some of the most deepest reasons of why we get stuck in certain patterns of behavior, in certain ways we interact with people, how we try to avoid certain emotions by playing small. And a lot of this gets accumulated within our bodies. And the way I like to look at emotions is as a spectrum. We have colors, we've got really bright and we've got really dull. But the spectrum is like the palette on a paintbrush. Without the darker shades, without the contrast, we can't see what we need to see. And this is kind of what emotions are within our field. They're a spectrum of information, like the fold in a rose petal, the shade, the contrast within those folds of those petals. They create the shape, they create the shades of color, they create the vibrancy and the darkness as it goes into the center. And that contrast is what allows us to have the experience of those, of the sight, of the images, of the different shades and the different colors. Now, a beautiful way to look at emotions is in the same spectrum. A spectrum of what we could see is deemed dim and into light. So we could say that the shame, the guilt, the deep grief could be more of the contrast, so that we may be able to see the light within the higher of joy and love and peace and vibrancy. And there's so much within these different frequencies and these different emotions. And each one contains within it a gift of information. Tells us about a certain situation or a certain path. We can usually feel it deep within us before we decide something, before we've even decided in our minds. We can feel it. It doesn't feel right, but we tell our minds, but I should do it, or I should go there, or I should speak to this person, or I should stay with this person because the mind says that that is the right thing to do. And we override our emotions so many times, and we can end up lost. Not only lost within our pathway of what we want to do, whether it be career, whether it be any aspect of our lives, to where we live, to the relationships that we're in. And these emotions, gosh, so deep in their contrast. And if only we were brave enough to move towards them, to decipher the depths and the emotional discord within us and fully unpack it and fully come to peace with it. Every single emotion is there as a gift of information. And yet we don't always like receiving these gifts of emotions. And when they are not processed, they get stuck. And they get stuck in all different parts of the body, and they start to create all these different blockages. And we can end up with health issues. If someone's had a traumatic experience, we usually say they were never the same again after that experience, because something didn't get processed. Something got stuck within their consciousness of their bodies and their auric layers. And when I speak of auric layers, we have these emotional bodies and these mental bodies, and they start to store and accumulate things. And if these aren't processed, they start to land in our physical form and create all kinds of issues. And it links into what I spoke of the other day about stillness. That then when we connect to the stillness, we can decipher those information chords through that emotional frequency. And yeah, it's like songs. Sometimes we just don't like the tune of certain songs. Maybe it reminds us of something, takes us deeper into somewhere we don't want to be. But some of the times we absolutely love it. And it sends us into spirals of joy and ecstatic dance. So it's a good thing to look into. And it's a good thing to be aware of. Because emotions can also be our superpower. And as human beings, we have the power to create emotions within us. And it is our ability to create emotions that makes us incredibly powerful. And we can create deep sadness. Think of actors playing their role. And we can create deep happiness, peace, all within us. And we can link it to memories and bring it into the present moment. And when it's in the present moment, it's real. And the body knows no difference of whether it's a memory or it's happening right here, right now. And that's the gift of emotion. And we can heal, we can bring our body into oneness with our emotions and process every single one as the gift that it is. And then we don't always see it as a gift when it happens. But to unpack that and to know that now I have that emotion, I will never want to, the learning, the wisdom, I may never even want to go there again. It's learning, it's pathways. And that's what we're here to do. Experience the whole range. And we've got to watch out for numbness right in the middle. Because if we become numb, then not only do we avoid the lower emotions, we actually start to block ourselves from the higher emotions too. And if you'd like to learn a bit deeper into our emotional power and how to use this in your own healing journey and how to heal others, I've got a workshop which you're more than welcome to join. It's worldwide and there'll be a link in the bio. Until then, until now, thank you all.